I'm sure you've already been asked, what's with the new iPhone? Is it worthwhile? Should I upgrade? Where are we on our upgrade cycle? Am I due yet? In this video, I'm going to do my best to answer those questions for each model and see whether or not IT departments should be upgrading to this year's models. I won't be basing this on Apple Intelligence as it's not officially released yet and we don't know when that is going to happen. I do mention it later in the video though. However, a great AI that is available today is from our sponsor, Box. Box AI is seamlessly integrated into your Box environment, ensuring the security of your data while enabling you to leverage cutting-edge models for greater insights. From generating content such as emails, newsletters, and blogs, to obtaining answers and automating tasks, Box AI helps unlock the full potential of your unstructured data. With unlimited end-user queries currently available for Box AI in Documents, Notes, and Hubs, currently in beta, Enterprise Plus users can access enhanced insights and capabilities. For more information, please visit the link in the description down below, and thank you to Box for sponsoring the channel. I have been using the new iPhone 16 Pro Max since launch day. And if you missed my video about the new Apple Store grand opening, you should go and check it out at the end of this video. I have news for you. It's an iPhone. It's bigger, it's faster, it's got a better screen, it's better than ever before. It's still an iPhone. If you have the 15 Pro Max from last year, and you don't care about the best camera, the best processor, the best screen, etc., then go watch one of my other videos. You don't need to upgrade. The biggest reason to upgrade this year, and why I think it'll be a banner year for Apple, is not the AI features, but what they built in the phone to power said features. Both the processor and the RAM have been significantly upgraded for this year's phones to be able to handle AI processing. This is a full-on generational processor and RAM bump happening for the non-Pro models. That's right, as usual, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus both had the A16 Bionic chip, and now the lowest level iPhone 16 jumps directly to the A18. Additionally, all iPhones since the iPhone 13 released in 2021 have had 6 GB of RAM. And now all models have been upgraded to 8 GB from the base model all the way up to the highest tier. And even going from last year's top tier iPhone 15 Pro Max to this year's top tier iPhone 16 Pro Max, the spec bump is definitely noticeable. Apps open and close snappier, switching modes on the camera, for example, happens faster. Waking up the phone and starting up the phone in general just feels much snappier. Honestly, I was a little bit shocked by the feel of the upgrade here because I wasn't expecting that big of a spec bump. Now, if you look through the history of iPhones, this generational spec bump happens every couple of years when they come across a feature set that they want to implement but need to be able to do it across the entire lineup. And the only way to do that is to bring them all up to a minimum spec. The RAM also gets bumped up every several years, but it doesn't tend to happen as frequently as the processors, and certainly doesn't usually get synced up like this. This is a special event. Now, the reason that these phones were brought up to speed is, of course, Apple Intelligence. Apple declared that the phones were designed from the ground up to be able to support it. I have been testing the beta of Apple Intelligence, and I'm happy to report that Siri isn't a total idiot anymore, but I'm not going to go in depth here as it is still quite buggy, and it is beta software and has not been officially launched. We can discuss Apple Intelligence further when that occurs. Let's go through the models real quick and see what's different. Starting off with the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. You get the A18 processor up from the A16 Bionic. You get the new camera control side button. The cameras have been reconfigured to be side by side on the back so that you can finally capture spatial video, which will work with the Apple Vision Pro. Also, now with the cameras, you're able to capture macro photography. You get a slightly larger battery, and MagSafe fast charging has been added to be able to charge your phone up to 25 watts with the appropriate MagSafe compatible puck. The screen brightness now lowers down to just 1 nit like the Pro screens of last year. And over on the radio side, yay, Wi-Fi 7 has come to the iPhone, as well as a Thread radio, which we're not entirely certain how they're going to use, but given that I'm also a smart home junkie, I am definitely here for it. Put Thread radios and everything, and turn them all on, please, let's go. Over on the iPhone 16 Plus, it's basically the same thing, except you have a slightly larger screen and a slightly larger battery. Now on to the Pro models. The iPhone 16 Pro screen goes from 6.1 now to 6.3 inches. The processor is increased from A17 Pro to the A18 Pro. As like with the other phones, you get the new camera control button, of course. The ultra-wide camera sensor has now been upgraded to 48 megapixels, and you can take macro photos at 48 megapixels as well. Continuing on the spatial audio and video side of things, Dolby Vision is now supported with 4K up to 120 frames per second in video. Slow motion has finally gone 4K and has the ability to record up to 120 frames per second in 4K, or up to 240 frames per second if you drop down to 1080. Quick Take, which is the feature if you just press and hold when you're trying to take a picture, it will switch to recording video, now also switches to 4K and films at 60 frames a second. The 3x lens is gone and has now been replaced by the 5x lens that is similar to the Pro Max. Similar to the regular iPhone 16, fast charging has been increased to 25 watts. You get a larger battery, and as before, Wi-Fi 7 and a Thread radio. On the iPhone 16 Pro Max, you get all of the above, as well as a slightly larger screen, a slightly larger battery, with the screen going from 6.7 inches to 6.9 inches. The phone doesn't feel that much larger than last year's model, however, with the shrunken bezels, it does feel larger. Whew. So to summarize, as usual, if you care about the best cameras, the best processor, the best performance, and the latest features, you absolutely should upgrade. Given the new camera button, the added RAM, and the spec bump, I think more people are going to upgrade this year than usual, given how big a bump it is, especially if you have people that are coming from the iPhone 12 through iPhone 14 models. All that considered, if you have the iPhone 15 Pro Max from last year, or maybe even the year before that, you probably don't need to upgrade just yet, and you can wait to see what next year's iPhones will bring. Please note, however, if you are interested in using Apple Intelligence, you will need a minimum of the iPhone 15 Pro in order to take advantage of that when it does roll out. I hope this has been helpful. Feel free to drop your questions down below, and good luck dealing with all of those endless questions about whether or not people should upgrade. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this, and thanks again to Box AI for sponsoring the channel.